What's up everyone, WizardKen here, and I'm showing off the new Destiny beta build. Now this is the last day that you can play the beta, but I wanted to sit there and give you guys a little bit of insight of the game and this game's going to be like out in September. Now I know this is not World of Tanks, and I always do pretty much World of Tanks all the time, but I think this game deserves a little bit of looking at and stuff like that. Now I am going to be playing this on the Xbox One and stuff like that. So there's 3 classes so far. You can be Titans, Hunter, and then the Warlock. They all have different abilities and different things you can do with them. There's different ships and a whole bunch of different things you can do. There is basically there's females and males. There's a small customization that you can do with your character in the sense of building it at the beginning. But this game is really nice. So anyways, we're going to jump right into this. I'm going to be cutting out a lot of the loading screens because it does take a little bit of time to get to loading screens. But there's different destinations you could do. You could do player versus player, which basically puts you on the moon. There's Earth, that is basically the main storyline, and then the tower, which is the anonymous little object that's, the traveler that came and now is dormant above a city on Earth. So anyways, we're gonna start out with the tower just to show you guys what that is. So anyways, I will show you a little bit of what this thing does when it finally does take off, and then it flies across the screen. This will be the only time I'm going to show you the actual little bit of a loading screen, but other than that, we're not going to do anything else with these loading screens because they take way too long to get done. So here we are at the tower. It's nighttime. Unfortunately, it's nighttime. Now this is where everybody meets. Everybody, comes to get their armor and everything like that. This is where you, as a guardian, that's what everybody's considered here, stays, works, all that stuff. Now there is hundreds of different things that are probably going to be unlocked in the full game, but you get a very slight taste of those things during the beta. First of all, let's start into our characters' things. There's nothing really in the settings, really doesn't show anything. But anyways, your character, you get special abilities with your character, and as you use the abilities and upgrade your character, which only in the beta you only go up to level 8, you get different things like this one, training focused on toughness and speed. Get your toughness and speed up. This one allowed me to have throwing knives. This one, killing an enemy with a throwing knife while golden gun is activated extends durations of golden gun. You have a special ability which is called a golden. Well, some people, every class has their own thing, but me as a hunter has the golden gun. It allows you to basically pull out this gun for a little bit of time and kill everybody in one shot, pretty much. But there's different things you can unlock. As you can see, there's tons of different things that can be used and unlocked. Some of them, as you can see here, will increase recovery but decrease your armor, and so on and so on. So there is an okay amount of things that you can upgrade, but it seems like once you max this out, that's it. It doesn't seem like there's anything else that you can do. So the next thing is just like in Diablo or most MMOs, you have different styles and types of weapons, and I'm not just saying sniper rifles and this and that. You have, if you look at the name of this thing, it says it's a Volca SR3. Underneath it, it's a scout rifle, and to the very right, you can see it's a little grayed out. It says uncommon. It's just like Diablo. White is like your common stuff. Green is your uncommon. Blue is rare on this one, and then I'm not sure if there's any other ones out there because I've only encountered the blue and green. Now the neat thing about these things are just kind of like in Diablo, there's different perks that you can get for well, not get, but unlock while you're using these guns. Um, and it's like the little crystals you would put in for Diablo to allow you to have maybe more damage and stuff like that. Now this one allows me to one random bullet in the magazine causes considerable amount of damage. This one increases the weapon's attack, and this one is flexible sight, enhances the handling range and recoil control. And all these vehicles, all these weapons are like this, where you can upgrade them. Also, the armor is the same way. They unlock different abilities, so on and so on. Like this one increases the amount of scout rifle ammunition you can carry. As you can see, this is my character, and you can look at any of your friends' stuff, but we'll get to that in a second. Equipment. Now, this is a ghost shell. I believe you can get different shells. This is like your helper. He flies around like he's like your flashlight when you get into dark areas. He also unlocks doors and different things for you. You get like basically like a speeder, or they call this the, I think, Raven or something like that, or I can't remember exactly what they call this, but this thing is really cool. It reminds me of Star Wars and them flying around with little speeders and stuff like that. I'll show you when we get to the actual planetary side. You get ships too. Right now the ships, I guess, just fly you from different planets to different planets. You don't really do anything inside the ships. I think they're just for cosmetic, but who knows. And then also you get like emblems you can put on your stuff and this and that. So pretty basic stuff. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add a lot more to the game, but it's pretty neat what they've done so far. The roster, like I said, you can look up anybody that's playing here, and we'll use Game Hunter for an inspection. And what that does is it allows you to see what he's carrying and this and that, and check out the person as soon as it loads. As you can see, that's what he looks like. So that's pretty cool. Alrighty, anyways, so the first thing you pretty much see when you get here are these tall stacks, and these are just vaults, like treasure chests that you can stash, houses that you could stash all your things. I've got a whole bunch of general things that I believe that is going to allow you to build your own weapons or armors and this and that. Also, I've got higher level gear that I'm waiting for the game to bring, to come out and for me to use. I don't know if this is true or not, but they've stated that if you put your stuff in the chest before the beta is over, then you're good to go. This guy over here, when you pick up little, what they're called is encoded grams and stuff like that, he can uncode them, and that's where you find your like rare armor or normal armor and stuff like that. Your regular gunsmith, of course. Selling different types of guns. There's pulse rifles. There's only a couple different types of guns that we've seen so far, and they're all categorized into primary, secondary. I believe it's called secondary. Special weapon. So you've got your primary weapon, you've got your special weapon, and then you've got a heavy weapon, which is either like a heavy machine gun or a rocket launcher. That's all I've seen so far. Your special weapon is like sniper rifles or shotguns or what's the other thing? I think pulse rifle. I can't remember. And then your last one is usually like some kind of machine gun or something like that. These people up here basically deal with player versus player, which I suck at. These people down here talk about or give you like they're specific to your class. Like this guy does the hunter classes and may have better armor for me to buy or use later on, and also I can get emblems and stuff like that too. The nice thing about this is that they also refresh themselves a lot. They're every 2 hours or 2.5 hours they refresh their stock, and you can get newer, more and more stuff. There's message boards that the team will send stuff like that, saying, hey, thanks for playing the game, blah blah blah. Let's see, game clip recorded. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then we're going to show you the ships real quick, just so you guys have an idea. Now, I don't know how many spaceports they're going to have. I don't know how many worlds they're going to have or anything like that. I know there's different fractions. Like, they're a different fraction. They're part of the dead orbit. She's part of, or there's another lady up there that's part of something else. And there's tons of different fractions. They don't get into that in the beta, so I couldn't explain that to you at the moment. Like I said, there's different speeders you could buy. And these also come in uncommons and stuff like that. Even your ships come in uncommon stuff. But there's some really neat looking ships out here and stuff like that. And you can look at them. Unfortunately, they don't give you the ability to, like, move the ship around, like, so you can see the back of it or anything like that. But there's some really neat ones out there. They're all different, and they're not very expensive. I'm pretty sure once you get higher up, like this one is a lot, like level 18, costs you 9,000 to be able to use and stuff like that. And gold, I mean, the currency in here is called Glimmer, and it's okay to come by, but it's not amazing amounts. I'm pretty sure once you get higher into the game, you will have, sorry, I hit my mic, you will get more and more bounty stuff and this and that. There's also Vanguard marks, which means you've been helping out the Vanguard people and stuff like that during missions. And then Crucibles are player versus player. As you can see, I only have 2, which means I've only won 1 game in player versus player. And there's also a bounty board on here that you can go to and do different things like kill 100 people without dying in the game and stuff like that. So anyways, this is the tower, and now we're going to go and travel to the next place, which is the actual Earth, and let's see if we can get in some trouble down there. Alright, here we go. I'm not doing any missions in a sense because I don't want to get in trouble for that. I just wanted to show you the actual game itself. So we're not going to do any missions. We are just doing basically exploring mode, which there actually is a good amount to explore in this. I mean, I spent a couple of days after, you know, doing tanks and stuff like that and exploring this place and stuff. Now, once you're in the game, it does go to first person mode, and I forgot to mention that when you're in the tower, it's third person, but when you're in the game, you are first person mode, which I think is an awesome idea that they've done, because sometimes I hate being on the third person mode and stuff. Also, the other things I forgot to show you is you do have emotion things you can do, like dancing, waving, sitting on the ground like a retard, and also pointing at people. Who knows if they're going to add any more or not. Now, the one thing that I am so far kind of weird with is there is a lot of respawning in the game, in the sense that I could take these enemies out and within 4 to 5 minutes, not even then, they've already respawned. As you can see, other people can end up in your game. They'll come in and out depending on how close you are to them. Let's see, I believe it'll show us on here. Yeah, there's that many people on here, and it looks like they can have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more on here. And also you can have it looks like you can do 6 fire teams, which means you can have up to 6 friends playing with you at once, at least from what I can see. Anyways, but like I said, the one thing that I dislike is that the game respawns people very quickly. So if you're in a quest and you're trying to look for like chests or anything like that, you have to be quick about it because these guys will respawn and then kill you. So anyways, we're gonna go and interact with these guys. There he saw me. As you can see, there's numbers coming off of them. It's just like an MMO. You can see how much damage you're doing per hit. So it's pretty neat in that sense. What just took off? Something took off. I know this guy over here. Hi, buddy. Throw my knife at you. Eat crap. And so on and so forth. You'll pick up different weapons here and there and stuff. As I, these drop chutes just came in a little while ago. Now they'd already dropped off some more. Is that a dragonfly? There's a dragonfly right there. Look at him. That's cool. Never noticed that before. So you do have a sprint button. You have a slide button, kind of like in Call of Duty. In the bottom left corner, you can see there's two little boxes. One's building back up. That was my knife. The other one is a cool grenade. This grenade I had to unlock, but it tracks your bad guys. So if they try to get away, they will, of course, the thing will follow them and kill them. Now these guys are only level 2. I'm a level 8, so they're not that hard to kill. They still can put a hurting on you if you're not careful. I do like the semi-auto on this game. I really do. It's a lot of fun to use. Commander Shepard uses a automatic rifle, and he likes that one. But he's a Titan, so I don't know if we're gonna do videos on this when the game actually comes out, but we will do something eventually. Maybe here and there on my days off or something like that. I don't know if we'll make it like a World of Tanks kind of thing. I highly doubt it. But as you can see, enemies everywhere. You can't go anywhere without really having an enemy. Let's see. I think there's a cave around here. Yes. Now you'll find caves and the chest. Now on every map there might be, at least that I've seen, and I'm guessing that there's 5 golden chests on here that are always in the same spot. But there are parts on this game where you get see what I mean? These guys have already come back. Guys have already come back. That's the thing that gets annoying sometimes when you're trying to look. Golden chests are, like I said, stationary in the game, so you can always look them up and figure them out. Now random chests, which I was trying to find, do spawn randomly. So we're gonna go with this guy down here. We'll show you. See, there's his little helper guy who's following him around. There are spots in this game you're not supposed to go, and there's and that's just for the beta. They just don't want you to do too much stuff. But there are like right here, question mark guys that you can't do anything to. They could kill you instantly. But I like pissing them off. They're all immune to everything. So there is a nice balance of MMO. Like, you're gonna have to be bigger to be able to face bigger enemies and stuff like that. So, which is pretty neat. Let me get you guys outside so you can see the bike. I know there's stairs over here somewhere. I think I gotta go through the tunnel more. Nope, can't go through the tunnel more. So, alrighty. This guy can go in there, and there is a chest in there. It's not a golden chest, but there's usually a chest that gets spawned in there. Ooh, that guy almost hit me. Gotta run, gotta run. Now, my specialty, of course, is sniper rifle, and I'll show you that in a second. Eat that. Eat that. Alright, here we go. Here's my little speeder. Now you can just go normal mode or you can speed. You got a little boost button in the bottom left corner that shows you that. Also with your right trigger, it puts like little air brakes on so you can make really quick turns, stuff like that, just like I just did. Kind of just spin yourself in a circle real quick. Now it does make you a little dizzy, but that's okay. You can always walk it too if you don't like this thing. The cool thing too is after a few seconds this thing will disappear, and if it gets blown up, it gets blown up. You can always recall it. You don't have to jump back on your bike. Even if it's here, you can always call it back out, which is nice. As you can see, this is a pretty big open area. I mean, you've got to go through that tower to get to a different place, or there's a canyon area you can go to. The graphics look pretty good on Xbox One. I've heard the PlayStation 4 is better. I believe this is only at 720 and not 1080. But I'm not 100% sure on that. So There's no zoom so far that I can see with the sniper rifles, but they are pretty badass. As you can see, my critical hits are pretty nasty when you hit somebody in the head and stuff. The ammo is limited with these guns, as of that we know of right now. There may be more abilities later on to do. So, but yeah, this is pretty much Destiny, guys. I mean, it's a pretty neat game. I'm really excited to see what it's going to turn out to be like the rest of it. The story seems really neat. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not going to do any of the storyline because I just don't want to get in trouble with the, you know, the creators of the game. You know, I know they still want to make it kind of, you know, keep a lot of secrets hidden until the game comes out and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are live streaming, but I am not going to do that at this time. As you can see, we went into a different area, and the enemies get bigger. So, it's a pretty neat game. I'll show you the golden gun real quick. Boom, boom, and these guys die instantly. Is there one more guy? Oh, can we get him? Oh, we did. I don't know how, but we did. I haven't had any server problems. It seems like they've gotten pretty much everything worked out. Some people have been kicked on and off when I've been playing with them. Some of my friends. But other than that, it seems like it's a pretty stable game. So, but anyways, everyone, I'm WizardKen. Until next time, see ya.